listeners, jadi hari ini kita kedatangan salah satu tamu penting loh dari New Zealand. Kalian pasti tahu kan, kita udah upload beberapa program mengenai New Zealand dan memperkenalkan New Zealand. Dan kali ini kita dapat kesempatan untuk dapat kunjungan langsung dari wali kota Invercargill. Invercargill adalah kota yang berada di sudut paling selatan New Zealand loh, Mr. Tim namanya. Dan kita akan berbagi beberapa informasi mengenai Invercargill. Okay, so Mr. Tim, there's a few questions that we would like you to share some information with the Indonesian students to encourage them to come to New Zealand, especially in Invercargill, and to study over there. So, would you please share with us a few things about Invercargill regarding the city, the population, the economy, and the education system over there?
Certainly. Well, Invercargill is a very small city. So for many students arriving from Indonesia, it may seem almost empty. We've got 40 million sheep and 10 million cows, but not very many people. So we treasure those that do come to visit us. I think the small population also helps in that it means we have a very strong community, a very protective community. We look after our students. So when they arrive at Invercargill, we meet them at the airport, we take them to their accommodation, we give them a card phone so that they can ring up their parents and say they've arrived safely. And we're a very peace-loving city. We don't have any sectarian violence. We look after each other as a city, and I think a lot of students are concerned about that, and they like to feel safe, and their parents like to feel that they are in a safe environment. We don't have any poison snakes, we don't have any poison spiders, our environment is very clean and green. Probably our biggest worry is car accidents, but we make sure we instruct students very carefully on that issue as well.
That is very nice. And also, sir, as the mayor of Invercargill, currently what is your plan to increase the Invercargill's awareness in the eyes not only in New Zealand perhaps, but also in the eyes of international perspective?
Well, we were the fastest declining city in New Zealand or Australia for 30 years. So we faced a real challenge. How could we overcome that? Our young people were going to Europe and America, and they were often our brightest and our best, and we had to work out some way to turn that around. And we did it through having zero-fee education. So for New Zealand students, they don't pay any fees. And we went from 1,000 students to 5,000 students in a couple of years. Then the government stepped in, of course, and said we were stealing students from other campuses. So we've had to go international. We've had to reach out to students if we want to keep growing all around the world. Unfortunately, we've got none from Indonesia, and we want to change that. So we've been travelling around to campuses and having forums and seminars and discussing issues and looking at the economics of travelling to the southernmost English-speaking city in the world and continuing their education there. And I think there are benefits in not having too many Indonesian students, because it means those that do arrive have to work with the locals. They have to speak English. They can't form a little enclave of their own people and not mix with New Zealanders. And we believe that may be a benefit for many students to have to live and work and play sport with New Zealanders so that they become Kiwis. We've also got a very healthy economy. We've got 3.2% unemployment, and most of those people don't want to work, to be honest. And in New Zealand we've got a very good social welfare system, so if you don't want to work, the government still pays you a wage. So it means that I think students can be can feel at home and feel that they can get a part-time job if they wish to, and they can get work when they finish their degree. We're very orientated towards finding jobs. We don't want education just to be abstract. We want it to relate to industry, we want it to relate to the economy, and we want those students to end up getting jobs. And so we have all sorts of systems and incentives where they can work in New Zealand for a 2-year work visa after they finish their degrees.
Okay, so as the strong points, if Indonesian students they choose to study in Invercargill, what opportunities that will be coming to them, and what opportunities they will have by studying in Invercargill?
Well, as I said, we're the most prosperous, according to the prosperity surveys that have recently been done, we're the 3rd most prosperous nation in the world. It's probably good luck rather than good management. We've only got 4.5 million people, and we're a very fertile country, and we're a very innovative country. We've worked out that we'll never have the industrial muscle of China or America or any of the superpowers. So the way our economy has survived is for us to be really clever about what we're doing. We've only got one aluminium smelter, for example, and we knew we couldn't compete with all the other much bigger smelters in the world. So what we decided to do instead was focus on producing the purest aluminium in the world, and that smelter employs a lot of students. And by producing aluminium that's 99.98% pure means we've captured the market for computers and cell phones. So probably a lot of you people in Indonesia don't realise it, but your aluminium could be coming from Invercargill. And that's where we believe our strength is. And looking at adding value to our agricultural products, we're basically a food producing nation, and we feed the world, and we try to do that as efficiently as we possibly can. As a council, we employ about 50 students during the holiday break, the Christmas holidays, and as Mayor, I write to all our major industries every year and ask them to employ students on a part-time basis over their holidays, and many businesses respond to that. So we like to think we're just an honest, hard-working, innovative community, and it is a good place to experience Western culture without the downsides of perhaps living in some of the bigger cities around the world.
Okay, well, since Indonesians' awareness of Invercargill is increasing right now, could you please say a few words to encourage them to go to Invercargill right away and chase their future over there?
Well, look, we all want to advance ourselves. We all want to do better. But what it comes down to is we're looking for opportunities. In the field of sport, New Zealanders can excel. We can beat anyone in the world playing rugby. There's only 4.5 million of us. But we want to expand that base. You may be good at badminton, for example, which we know nothing about. We want you not to turn your back on your country. It's the nation of your birth. You'll always love it. But we want you to come and share your rich culture with us. 900 years ago, there were no humans living in New Zealand. We didn't even have any mammals living here. We just had birds. We're a very young country, and that means we're not tied down by tradition. And I think if you come to New Zealand, you'll find a very honest, non-corrupt community, and we're top equal with Denmark in terms of corruption. You'll experience a healthy lifestyle. We can do skiing, we can go fishing, we've got such a rich environment. I believe you'll really enjoy your education in Invercargill and in Shadbolt.
Okay, so Mr. Tim, thank you for sharing to us a very kind words. I'm sure it really assuring the students to go to Invercargill and continue their future studies, of course. And so, jadi, listeners, tadi adalah beberapa kata-kata langsung loh dari wali kota Invercargill, New Zealand. Jadi, jangan ragu-ragu untuk study ke Invercargill. Yuk, reach your dream with us!